Hey there, Christina here with Ginger Mama Tarot. This is the Leo May Tarotscope for my wonderful, strong, resilient Leos. As I was channeling for you, what was coming in were two things. One were like just sparkling glass, or like a disco ball, or a wind chime that's made of glass, just like this light that is shining out so beautifully. And I also had the beach come in, like this, just someone not in the water, but just laying on the beach looking up to the sun, which I just was such a Leo vibe. But I absolutely love that. Like, and these cards that are falling out completely align with this. So yeah, this is fascinating. Okay. What's going on here, though? Um, all right. Please note, too, the majority of those I serve, I'm on TikTok. Please follow me there. But I also serve a lot of mostly divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmate connections. So when I speak, I am speaking as the cards come out, but all of us hold masculine and feminine energy within us, okay? So please take what resonates. Also consider watching your moon and rising sign tarotscopes as well, okay? So what we're gonna start with is we have the Hermit in reverse. Like, you're out there in the world. You're like, I want to get out. And again, that shiny disco ball. Like, I want to shine my light. I'm ready to go. Wheel of Fortune. I love this. Or if you have been in Hermit mode, you're being called this month to get out of Hermit mode. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is here. This wheel is turning in your favor. Money, time, everything. Like, the world's ready to see you shine. So go for it, right? The Seven of Pentacles here, whatever you've been thinking about, manifesting, protecting your energy for, it's coming to you. The Magician is here as well, saying you have all the tools. I mean, look at this. We have the sword, the cup, the pentacle. It's all of it. We have it all. The wand. You've been having awakenings. You've been having clarity and realizations, but I feel like you felt stalled recently. And especially the energy of the eclipse we just experienced definitely affected you, Leo placements, quite a bit. So I feel like maybe this is that push where you're like, okay, I'm ready. And here's the thing, many of you, the Four of Wands came out upright. Some of you, if you're a masculine energy feeling this way, you're being called to travel forward. Maybe you have been sitting there just thinking about it, but you haven't taken the action. You're being called to take action to realign and bring balance to this dynamic. But I do sense some of you are divine feminines. A lot of these cards are reversals of feminine energy. And that tells me that some of you, while you've been doing healing work and growing and you have this manifestation work going on, you maybe have not fully released your counterpart. And I have on my website, gingermamatarot.com. Actually, no, it's just gingermama.com. That's my email. But gingermama.com. It's got 3 A's, just like my name on here. There's a free blog, and what you talk about, it's a very short article. It's 5 or 6 minute read. And it's really helpful in discussing why it's so critical to release your counterpart. And also in the release phase, you're going to begin to unlock your chakra system, to balance the energies within you, which will kick back to your counterpart energetically. I also have a workshop on my website. It's $22, $33, something like that. I do it every other Saturday. It's very helpful if you're in separation, okay? But this energy to me feels like someone who's been in and out with a counterpart or a significant connection. They're not actually fully releasing and cutting it out and saying, hey, I really have a connection with you. I really care about you. I really love you. Like, but like, what are we? And, many of us sit in situationships where we're giving too much. And once you speak that truth, oftentimes the masculine energy runs like the wind. But that's okay. That's triggering your healing, okay? I know that's hard to hear, but if you stay in that limbo state, you're just going to block this other abundance that I'm talking about coming in. So the quicker you can do that, the better, okay? Because we have the Six of Pentacles here in reverse, telling me that someone is not equally giving and receiving. If you're the masculine energy, you're not equally giving to someone. You're only taking. If you're the feminine energy, you're overly giving. You're not receiving back. Neither is okay. The goal here is to be someone that is balanced, that equally gives and takes. That's the goal for all of us, okay? So many of you are really holding tight to these past versions of yourself. You're like, nope, nope, I don't want to change. I don't want to change. That seems like a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but I assure you, the quicker you do it, 2:22 on the clock, the better you're going to feel. I see some divine feminines and divine masculines stay in these states for 5, 10, 20 years. And there was not much content about these journeys before, and now there is. So a lot more people are making it into a healthy relationship dynamic, what we call union with oneself, union with both people in 3D, much quicker. It's happening in 12, 13, 17 months, 2 years, instead of taking way longer. So the timeline is up to you. The quicker you can release divine feminine, the quicker your masculine can awake. The quicker your masculine can realize that this is just not going to end day in and day out and they have to take the action, the better they're going to feel too. It's just a choice you both have to make. So excuse me, again, speak that throat chakra. If you're a divine feminine, this is critical because the masculine energy you're engaged with right now, we have the devil here, or maybe you yourself. It's like you're chained in this unhealthy way. Your energy frequencies when you met were a match, okay? And as you've been healing, you're elevating in frequency. So when this other person's not healing yet, it's creating friction when you're together. And that's part of the problem, okay? You both need to be at the same energetic frequency. The highest frequency is unconditional love. Unconditional love is forgiveness, compassion, acceptance of one just as they are, right? And that's what we want to get to. So I also just sense like a lot of like third-party interference, possibly addictions, obsession on both sides. So we want to cut that out, okay? So please walk forward to calmer waters. If this dynamic is that weird situationship that's just a mess, you need to cut it out now, okay? And not run to anyone else. Don't go try to find another relationship. What Source is trying to teach you is how codependent you are and how you can begin to heal from that. And the only way we heal from a codependent or anxious attachment style, which I myself had, is to sit in isolation, basically. And I don't mean you can't talk to anyone, but I mean to sit with your own feelings about that, to not try to self-medicate or numb or run from that, and address that. And if you're a masculine trying to travel forward into calmer waters and you're avoidant, the only way you really correct that is through taking actionable steps towards a person you have a genuine connection with, your counterpart, right? Speaking your truth, because every time you take an action, you're going to feel stronger and stronger and better and better. And divine feminines, again, we have Queen of Wands and the Empress reversed. I mean, this is telling me you are totally off balance. You're not in the energy field you know you should be in. And so you continue to put swords in your own back every time you reach out to them, every time you put them before yourself, or you put them on a pedestal, okay? You're being called to lay that burden down. Like, you don't want this. That's not fair. And why do that, right? Like, why do that? And if you can do that, we have a Queen of Pentacles here, grounded, nurturing energy. And if you're a masculine watching, if you know your person's done that work, they released you, they've done work, then they are sitting here showing as the Queen of Pentacles, a grounded feminine energy who knows their truth. But trust in the divine, you guys. The Four of Wands upright really tells me that for you Leos, like there is a divine union, a divine commitment here at some point. But we've got to let go of timelines about when that might occur, okay? So if you're someone watching, God confirming, that's done the work, you're in mission work like me, you have your chakras open, your third eye, your crown chakra, you know you're in flow and alignment, this person is likely coming back towards you, the person you're thinking about, okay? So do not push them away, all right? God confirming. In my deck, I always say this is, not every tarot reader does this, this is how I do tarot. This card I agreed with Source would be the hand of God, Source, the universe. It's all the same energy, you guys. And this yellow brick road here, where are my fingers? Okay, I'm not used to this screen, will lead to new earth, okay, back there, right there. And his hand is on a cloud saying here. So when I see that, it's major confirmation for me. So those of you that have been doing the work, keep going. Those of you that are like, I don't understand, like I'm telling you, the earlier, the quicker, the sooner you can release. Right now in this moment, I have text examples on my website, gingermama.com. The quicker you can send that text and just say the truth, the quicker you're going to be able to begin healing and celebrating your own truth and finding justice for yourself, okay? And if you're a masculine energy watching, the quicker you can send the text and communicate, the quicker you're going to be doing the same thing, celebrating and bringing justice to this person, to yourself. Because you're one. As divine counterparts, as soulmates, you share a soul essence. Yes, you're different people. Yes, you've had different experiences. You have different interests and hobbies, but your souls literally are on the same energy frequency at all times. The problem is if you're not at that same frequency at that exact moment in 3D, then you cannot be together. It clashes. So as you ascend and heal, you're called back to one another is typically how this goes. But I will caution, I feel like I need to caution as I say that there's a masculine energy who's watching that's like, see, like I'll just run into them at some point. And that is not how this works. You're kind of a fool if that's what you believe, because the entire point of this journey is for you to reach out to them, for you to show that you have healed, for you to release your avoidant attachment styles, okay? Because even if you run into them on the street, they're just going to be like, hey, and they're going to know that you didn't put in any effort, and the cycle's just going to repeat. So, yeah, none of you get in your heads, okay? All of you know intuitively what you need to do. I feel like this collective right here is really beginning to get in flow. And I love that. I really like that for all of you. So wishes will be fulfilled. There's hope, there's happiness. Maybe you have children. Maybe the person you were talking to has children. Maybe you want children. I don't know. Children seem significant in some way. So Leos, keep going. And look, I have us on my thing here. I have a seashell. As I talk about the beach, if you're near water or anything this month, whether it's a pool or like the beach, I really, that you just sitting in the sun, shining and just like taking in that light is going to be really good for you. And also, you know, feel free to take your glasses off, sit in the sun, close your eyes and look to the sun, and like just give all, you'll see black images or different lights, give it all to source. Say, take any doubts, take any fears, take it all from me, and you will feel lighter. It works so well. It is amazing. And as you ascend and those fears and doubts are gone and your aura is clear, you're going to begin to see some beautiful images. I've done this when looking at the sun. I've seen literally overlapped, like they look like such professionally done diagrams of new earth and old earth, and they float like this. And it's always symbolizing to me that this is occurring. We are close, but we're in this middle phase where people are really having to choose, am I going to be on new earth or old earth? So I love all of you. If you have questions, please drop it down below. I know everyone's at different places on their journey. Never get caught up about where you are. You're where you're meant to be, as long as you're taking the next right action, right? The next right step. It's magic. But you gotta take the actions, you guys. You can't just think about it. Whether that's release or reaching out to someone, you will know. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful month of May and shine bright like